I know a lot of people are mad. I know a lot of people don't want to see us here. But what are they gonna say now? We're a solid team. We play great baseball. We won a series on the road in Minnesota. So what are they gonna say now?
Hey there, this is Real Talk Baseball and Carlos Baseball. With me is Will Power, and we're talking about the AL series, wild card series so far. Um, what do you think about that first series? The Tigers didn't even make it, man. The Twins and Astros, man. What do you think about
Oh
that
man, I was
series?
so upset. I was so upset. I wanted the Twins to say bye bye to the Astros. I wanted them to send them home. And I watched the first game and seeing Polanco make that error. I think it was late in the game,
Oh my God, yeah.
seventh, eighth inning or something. That was my heart just dropped, man. It's like Polanco, you are a veteran player. You've been around the league for a while. You should be making this routine play.
Yeah,
There's been no question about it.
yeah,
I understand, jitters or Twins being in the playoffs. You don't really hear that too often. So maybe he just kind of like got ahead of himself. I get it, but oh man,
that
that
changed the series too, man.
it
That
really
changed the
did.
series.
That error right there just set up the Twins for failure.
Yeah,
If he didn't make that error, we could be, we could have watched game 3,
yeah.
yesterday or today. I think it would be today, right?
Yesterday would have been
It would be
yesterday. Yeah, it would
today.
have been yesterday. Um, you know, we picked the Twins to beat the Astros, and because the Astros didn't have a great record, um, they were under 500, right?
Yeah.
And when I saw that play, I kind of just felt like, oh no, you're giving the team, you're giving them more of a way to win, and that play just changed everything. I think the momentum wasn't for either team at that point yet, but that kind of shit that momentum picked up for the Astros after that play,
Yeah.
and it sucked for the Twins. The Twins, they haven't won a playoff game since 2004, man. They haven't won a playoff game since then. 18 in a row, and they lost every single one game. So it's like, what's going on, man? I'm a superstitious baseball player, and I know every baseball player, every baseball fan is superstitious. So when it becomes a 18 game, 20 game, or 20 years, 40 years, 80 years, you start saying, "Oh man, when is this going to end?" So those 18, yeah, those 18 games might not sound like a lot to other sports, but in 18 games in baseball is like huge. It's huge. And the Twins haven't won one in 18 games. Like, they go to the playoffs. They've been saying that they've been playing the Yankees. They've been getting murdered by the Yankees, and the Yankees this, Yankees that. Now you play the Astros. Now you got a team that was under 500 coming to your house, and you still lost to them. So it's like, man, like
That
that's
only
disappointing.
won 5 games all season on the road, and then they beat the Twins, 2 in a row on the road.
Two in a row on the road. And then you got to hear some guy talk from the Astros.
Yeah,
That's your boy, man. Who's your boy?
he ain't my boy.
Oh my God. Carlos Correa had to open his mouth and said, "What now? What are they going to say now? Are you serious?" We got to talk about that because, come on, man. This guy is, oh no, I just, you're giving them more fuel for the fire, dude.
you know, he had a press conference after, and for those who haven't seen it, he went on there and he said, "We played great baseball. We won on the road. Everyone said we couldn't do it. What are they going to say now?" And it really boils my blood for him to say stuff like that. Every Astros player remains quiet. Everybody except for him.
Yeah.
And I'm all for the showboating. I'm all for the throwing the bat up in the air when you get a big home run, or like Bauer strutting off the mound when he just got his 13th K through the game.
Yeah.
But when you're going to talk crap like that and you haven't backed it up all season, it just makes you look like an idiot.
It does.
In my personal opinion,
It does.
It's like and an old saying that Ric Flair from wrestling used to say, "To be the man, you got to beat the man," and they haven't beat the man yet.
Well,
And
say
we
how
don't
he
know who
says
the
it
man
though. How does he say it? How does Ric Flair say it, man? Just do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. I don't like. First of all, I don't like Carlos Correa. I think he's the most hated Astro out of everybody. Like you see Altuve, you see Bregman. They've been sad all season, man. They've been sad. They've been like not even trying to look at the camera, not even trying to bat flip, not even trying to show any emotion, dude. Like even when they got hit, they were just like, "Here we go again." But I'm gonna go take first. That's it. I got hit. We deserve it. But this guy, he always has something to say. Why? Shut up, play the game, win the World Series, and then you can say something. But you haven't won the World Series yet. You won one series to go to the next phase of the playoffs, but you haven't won it all yet. So shut up, play the game, and that's it. I mean, come on, man. This guy to me, I don't know why he's a great shortstop. I give him that. I can't say he's not. He's a great shortstop, but come on, dude. Like, shut up and play the game. Just do it. Like, do it for your Astro fans. The Astro fans are are tired of hearing this. I'm even if you're not an Astro fan, you're tired of hearing this. And if you're defending them, that's good. You're a fan, but at the same time, how much can you defend them? If you guys don't win the World Series after what he said, then the fans are the ones that's gonna get it, right? So, just shut up, dude. Yeah, I think he needs to shut up. Let's move on to the next. Go ahead.
I was on the Astros Facebook earlier, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
And I said, talent aside, Correa is a disgrace to the game. And I truly believe that. And I know there's a lot of other fans that believe that. And, Astros fans, there's a couple people out there that they agree with me, that they think that most of the current Astros are pieces of crap just because of what happened in 2017, possibly 2018, and possibly 2019.
Yeah.
But the reason why people are making such a big deal about the Astros and not about the Red Sox signing and stealing and not about the Yankees with their tablet or whatever it was is because the Astros are the ones that actually took it, ran with it, and won the World Series with it. In 2018, the Red Sox won the World Series, beat the Dodgers, but the Red Sox were the better team.
Oh, that was all season.
All season, you could see that all season. JD Martinez, and they just had the better team. They had better pitching, they had better hitters. But in 2017, the Dodgers were the better team, and if the Astros would have played fair, then the Dodgers probably would have won in 5 games. Yeah. We didn't need the 6th and the 7th game. Would have won in Houston, And
that's what a lot of people don't understand. They say, "Oh, but they won it in 7, and then they won it in Dodger Stadium." Yeah, but it would have not got to Game 7 if they would have not cheated. So let's just make that clear, because there's a lot of fans that said, "Oh no, they made it to Game 7." No. Let's get it clear. They cheated, and when they cheated, it made those 7 games. It could have been 5, and that would have been it. That would have been it. Let's move on to the next series.
There was one game where the Dodgers scored 13 runs or something.
I think it was game 3 or game 5. Game 5, yeah.
I think it was game 5.
Yeah.
And then the Astros came back and won because they were, they knew what pitch was coming. So they were just hitting them out just like the Dodgers were. Now the Dodgers were doing it on pure talent. They didn't know what pitch was coming. They were looking at the pitch grips. They were looking at the rotation of the ball, like a real baseball player should. But then the Astros wanted to be a different word and and figure out what pitch was coming, and they ended up winning. But in my head, in my heart, they didn't win. They are not World Series champions.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I don't want to remember the 2017. Let's forget that.
I know. Every time it comes on the TV like a replay, I'm like, turn the channel.
Yeah, or change it. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's talk about the next series, man. The Yankees and the I can't even read it. Indians.
That was really surprising, man. I really thought Shane Bieber was going to come out and
Win
just
that first game.
blazing and just be the pitcher that he's been all season, the potential Cy Young winner for the AL American League pitchers.
Exactly.
Going against
Wrap
a
it
guy
up.
like Garrett Cole that has playoff experience, and he's an amazing pitcher in his own right. But I really thought that the Indians were going to take this one just because Bieber hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in a single game all season long.
Yeah.
And then how many runs did he give up?
I think he gave up
5 or
7.
6?
7 runs.
7 runs?
Yeah.
Gee. And
Yeah.
it was early. He got pulled early, right? He
Yeah.
didn't even finish 5 innings.
No. Garrett Cole was throwing really good compared
Yeah.
to Bieber. Bieber just gave it up. I guess playoff experience does count, man. And that's what we got to give it to the Astros too. They had the playoff, experience they have, beat the Twins. We got to give them credit for that at least, right? And then the Yankees. I mean, the Yankees just did what the Yankees do. They have power. You called it, Will, like the Bronx Bombers. They came through. They did what they needed to do. They came back on game 2 to win it, and now they're moving on to the next series.
Game 2, it was a 10-9 score.
Yeah.
So obviously the Yankees don't have any pitching other than Garrett Cole. They have a lot of injuries. Their bullpen used to be amazing with Chad Green, Zach Britton, and there's so many other pieces that they had in the bullpen where they could have had two games using just the bullpen. That's how good their bullpen was. But because of injuries, because other stuff that was going on, they lost a lot of their pitchers. So really, all they have is Garrett Cole and
they're hitting. They got to rely on their hitting.
Yeah, exactly, and they did.
Yeah,
but I really believe that against a team that has solid pitching, whether it's the Dodgers, with Buehler and Kershaw and Dustin May and pretty much their whole bullpen. That's going to be the real challenge for the Yankees, or who are they facing in this next season?
They're facing the Rays.
The Rays.
Since we're talking about the Rays, the Rays beat the Blue Jays. Yeah, the Rays beat the Blue Jays.
2 games, and it's because of pitching.
Yeah.
It wasn't high-scoring games, right?
The second game was the Rays. They just destroyed Hyun-Jin Ryu.
No, I mean on the other side, the Blue Jays. They didn't score.
Yeah, they didn't score that much. Yeah,
because of the Rays pitching. A 3-man rotation in the playoffs is all you need.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rays have Blake Snell leading the rotation. They also have Tyler Glasnow and Charlie Morton, and all 3 of those guys could be aces on any other team. Yeah. You put them on almost any other team, and they will be the ace of that staff. Yeah. They all have Cy Young potential. Tyler Glasnow kind of came out of nowhere. He was with the Pirates.
He was just like, where'd he come from?
Yeah, but the Rays, man, they develop pitchers so well.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for a few years now. They tried it with Chris Archer, and Chris Archer didn't really pan out. He just gave up too many home runs. They shipped him off to Pittsburgh, and then they ended up getting Tyler Glasnow out of it. So good job to the Rays for that one.
Yeah. So then the Yankees are going to face the Rays, and then who do you got on that one?
I got the Rays.
The Rays? I got the Rays as well.
I think the Rays pitching is going to defeat the Yankees hitting.
Yeah, I got the same pick.
They have Stanton and Luke Voigt and Gio Urshela and so many good hitters on that team. Gleyber Torres, Gary Sanchez. I can go on and on because they have so many amazing hitters in that lineup. But when you have guys like Charlie Morton that has playoff experience and Blake Snell, who was a former Cy Young, and Tyler Glasnow, who is a potential Cy Young, and they also have I think it's the bullpen with the lowest ERA in all of baseball this season.
Yeah.
I mean, what else do you need against the Yankees? That's really all you need. And you need, obviously to score a couple runs, but they have the team where they can score a few runs, know?
They do. So then you have the Rays, I have the Rays. So let's see what happens there. Let's go to the last series on the AL, the Sox and the A's. That was kind of surprising that the White Sox didn't win that series. I picked the A's, like I said before. I picked the A's because they always make it to that wild card game, and they always lose it. And this year, I said, you know what? I'm gonna pick the A's because they have more than one chance to actually win, and they did. They got 3 games out of that series, and they won they won the last 2, and they were the better team in that series. I just, the first game, Giolito, he was on it. He was on it. He you can't say anything else anymore because he was pitching really good against the A's.
He had a no hitter going into like the 7th inning.
7th inning, right? Yeah. So I don't know what happened in that series where the White Sox didn't win the second game. The A's just came back and they won that series. Now they get to face the Astros, which is the same division, which is something that we want to watch. Now the Astros have to. I don't know if Correa is gonna have to whip up something to say because they're facing the A's, and if they don't win against the A's, what is he gonna say?
The A's have a vendetta against the Astros because the only reason why the A's didn't make it to the playoffs the last few seasons is because of the cheating Astros. So they definitely have some remorse against those guys, just like the Dodgers do.
Well, they didn't win the division, but they did go on the wild card. Which is, and they do have a vendetta. They had a little scuffle this year in the 60-game season. So,
Laureano.
So then we'll see what happens in this series. They're going to be playing it at Dodger Stadium, right? Dodger Stadium or San Diego?
I don't think they have announced it yet.
They haven't announced it yet, right?
I think they're going to wait until all the teams are locked in.
Okay. So, who do you got on that one, the A's and Astros?
I'm going to go A's.
Yeah, same here. But then the playoff experience, man. What we were talking.
That can only go so far. But I mean, they've lost all their pitching. They really only have Greinke, the new guy Valdez, Framber Valdez.
Yeah,
and a couple bullpen pieces. But they lost their closer. They lost their ace. They lost a couple other guys. And their hitting hasn't been too great this season either. You know. Sometimes, in game 2 of the previous series,
the Twins and Astros.
Yeah, someone got a lucky hit. I don't remember what it was. It was just a little like bloop. Oh, I think was it Gurriel? I think it might have been Gurriel. But then Correa just got another like little bloop hit right after him. It was back to back, and that's really what started the downfall for the Twins in game 2. So
it's a game of luck, man.
Lucky hits, like sometimes that's enough.
Yeah.
The saying goes, a bloop and a blast wins the game. So all you need is just one guy to kind of get lucky with a little bloop hit, and then you got the guy behind him that's just going to hit him in.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. They took advantage of those lucky hits.
Cool. So we have our picks already. That was the AL picks. We'll make another video once this series is over. We both picked the Rays against the Yankees, and we both picked the A's against the Astros. So we'll see what happens, and we'll talk about the ALCS after this series. I'm Carlos Baseball. This is Real Talk. This is Willpower, and this is Real Talk Baseball. See you guys.
See you guys.